Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time, and um, the Darkest Files demo has been updated. So we're going to be looking through it. I'll be just going through the old content, and we'll see what new content there is. So let's start. Oh, okay. Profile selection. Ooh. The model for a place 1 to experience serve the game without great challenges. Investigator mode. The model for a place 1 to solve puzzles and yeah, let's do investigator mode. The events in our game are based on true crimes committed during the Nazi era and were investigated in the young Federal Republic of Germany. With the exception of Pittsburgh, the names of all those involved have been changed, and simulated existing persons with the same name are purely coincidental. Continue. Whoa.
Frankfurt, West Germany, 1956. 11 years after the end of World War II, many crimes of the Nazi era still go unpunished. The perpetrators of these crimes are walking free. Many judges, prosecutors, and police officers have already served under the Nazis. Now they have no interest in prosecuting their former comrades for actions similar to their own. For the victims of these crimes, this is unbearable. To end this, Attorney General Fritz Bauer establishes a special unit of young prosecutors with no ties to the old regime. I am Esther Katz. I am one of these prosecutors. We are investigating Nazi crimes and bringing perpetrators to justice. Not to avenge, not to hear, but to show that there are laws that apply to all. It doesn't make us popular. Most want to forget. Some want us to shut up. But they cannot stop us. Nothing belongs to the past. Everything is still present and can become the future again. Previously on The Darkest Files.
Miss Katz, welcome to the front line. I believe I have the perfect case for you to start with. Hans Naumann, an older gentleman, shot just before the end of the war. According to the victim's wife, her husband was taken by a uniformed man for no reason. I suggest you invite the widow to give a statement.
Mrs. Naumann just arrived. I showed her to the conference room.
I know it's not easy, but please take me through the day your husband was taken.
It was in April 45, only days before the Americans came. Hans was upstairs when the doorbell rang. There were two men. Hans came down and asked them what they wanted. Then everything happened so fast. The small one said they'd let him go if our son would turn himself in. Then they just herded him out, like an animal. This was the last time I saw him alive. Hans was innocent. They killed him, and that's murder. No matter what they call it. Please, Miss Katz, will you find the man?
Paula, I need you to invite a potential witness.
Of course. Who should I reach out to?
Please invite Mr. Kiebitz.
Okay. Act 1. The Insurgent. Pittsburgh's office employed 200 prosecutors before finding a young team. The first suspect, 11 October 1956. Okay, so this is going to be like the old version.
Good morning, Miss Katz. Miss Katz, is there a...
Paula,
I left them on yesterday's...
did any...
Oh, and there was a call for you. Asked for you to call back. I'm afraid an older man, I'd say.
Oh yeah, okay.
That will be all for now.
Oh, wait.
The door is locked. The door is locked.
Ooh. This is new. Ooh. You can sit down.
the cleanest of places. Does it just go all day long? No.
Okay. So
The door is
they
locked.
locked these doors for some reason. Okay.
Miss Katz, is there anything I can do for you?
That will be all for now. Thank you, Paula.
Always happy to help.
The fisherman commented today I did something in the house and there was a man called for you. Okay. The book. Okay, dismiss. So oh yeah, they updated this. Is there still that bug? There's a bug where like when you hold like the side they would like okay. Ooh, these look updated. Ooh, wow. Okay.
Miss Katz, Mr. Bauer wants to talk to you.
Oh. Any idea why?
I am sure he just wants to hear the latest update from you. He also said he wants to make sure you are properly prepared.
Properly prepared? What does he mean by that?
I have a hunch, but it's best to ask him that yourself.
Thank you, Paula. I'll be joining him in a minute.
Okay, let's okay.
Who do I want to call?
Number for
Father? I didn't expect you'd call me here.
Oh, Esther, my dear, so good to hear you. Did you settle in all right?
I have great colleagues. Well, most of them. And I believe I can do a lot of good here.
I see. Esther, there's something I want to discuss. Do you remember our little talk? It must have been last month.
I don't recall.
Then you should pay better attention. It pays off in our line of work. It is about the job at Bergmann, Kranich and Partners. Family law. Very respectable.
I'm afraid I'm not looking for another job right now.
Unfortunately, I know. It's why I have to do it. Esther, let me be very frank with you. I am proud of you. I really am. A prosecutor at your age, with the view on women on our line of work being what it is, I'd have to be a fool not to. But your mother and I, we are worried. Do you have any idea what they say about Bauer?
Dad, I don't care about his private life, and I don't listen to rumors.
If that was his only flaw, Esther. The man's fanatic. You must see that. Listen to your father. Leave. Nothing good will come from this.
I make my own decisions now, Father.
No, Essie. I must apologize. I did not mean to get so passionate about this. I'm just worried. You don't know how important one's reputation is. And if people start to associate you with that man, I just want what's best for you, Essie.
I know, Dad.
I'm proud of you. I know I already said that, but I really am. Like you can't imagine.
Interesting.
wanna
Last
call?
time it wasn't like that, so
He's not picking up.
okay.
Who do I want to call? The line is busy.
Okay.
The door is locked.
The
Hello, Miss
animations.
Katz. Any news regarding the Naumann case?
And quite surprising ones. As it turns out, he wasn't even supposed to be arrested. The men were looking for his son, Jan Naumann. When they couldn't find Jan, they took Hans instead, the father.
I assume that's what Miss Naumann told you. But are you sure she is telling the truth?
According to the files, the man they were looking for had climbed up a flagpole, torn down a flag, and beaten up a block warden when he was caught in the act. Hans Naumann was 77 years old at the time. Of course, there are older men who are in good shape, but
Pulling down a flag and beating someone up seems unlikely. I understand.
Yes.
I see, but why did the man take him if they knew he was innocent?
Considering the times, they might have been afraid of coming back empty-handed. Or they could have hoped their actual suspect would turn himself in, hearing his father was taken.
Highly illegal, even back then. Not uncommon, though. But why did they shoot the old man?
His son didn't turn himself in as they demanded. They could have seen that as enough reason to kill their hostage.
Perhaps, but they hardly gave him enough time. Nonetheless, it is a case for us. For you, specifically. We need witnesses.
I'd start with the names mentioned in the files of the first investigation. I've already invited Hermann Kiebitz to join me later this afternoon.
Excellent. Let's get this case to court, Miss Cutts. And be mindful of time. We do not have nearly enough of it here. Once you hear from all witnesses, we need to move to court quickly.
Ooh.
Since you have never led a case before, I want you to be prepared. Mr. Peters has agreed to look over your shoulder and help you out. Present your findings, prove your claims. It will help you to familiarize yourself with the ins and outs of court. We cannot afford to fail at court, and preparation is the key to success.
I'll do what I can.
Okay. So I think this time we might be actually going to the we might be
I should
going
meet
to
with
court.
Peters.
So yeah, let's meet Peters.
What?
Ooh, his office looks bigger than other time. Hello?
And hello to you too.
Right. Sorry.
Mr. Bauer told me we should work together.
Right. The court preparations. Paula has already given me the protocols of yesterday's interrogation. I haven't got around to reading it yet, but there is no point discussing it before you've met the witnesses anyway.
Peters,
Cutts?
thank you for thinking I'm a total beginner.
Oh, you're welcome. Someone has to do it, since Mr. Bauer apparently overestimates your abilities. And while we're at it, don't forget to bring some evidence. I don't want us to improvise the whole thing.
That's obvious, Peters.
Good. As soon as you think you're ready, come by and we'll get it over with. What does she want now? Yes, Paula.
Excuse me, Mr. Peters, but I have a message for Miss Cutts.
I'm listening, Paula.
Ooh,
The witness you asked me to contact, Hermann Kiebitz, just arrived.
okay.
What was your impression of him?
Ordinary man. A bit, how do I say this best without seeming unprofessional?
If you two could stop chatting, some of us need to get back to work.
Unpleasant. I think that's the right word. Unpleasant.
Thank you, Paula. I'll be right with him.
Okay. So we need to go here.
Good morning. My name is Esther Cutts.
A pleasure, miss. Could you tell me how long I have to
Looks
wait for the
different.
prosecutor?
Mr. Kiebitz, I'm the prosecutor here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, modern times, I guess. How long will this take?
It will take as long as it takes.
It's all right, miss. I'm just asking.
Let's get started, shall we? This is about the arrest of Hans Naumann in Munich on April 28, 1945. According to a witness, two men picked up Mr. Naumann from his apartment. Were you one of them?
You're pretty, you know that?
Mr. Kiebitz, were you one of those men?
No, I wasn't. We drove to the house. Then our group leader and Mr. Schickert got out of the car to arrest the man.
I remember it was more the other guy who was
Then they
there.
tossed the old man into the car and headed to the district office.
The district office. Where was it located?
We just had moved it into the basement of an old brewery, still stuffed with beer bottles and barrels. District Leader Schwartz came out and gave the command.
The heart shows you can't go in. Names of people present in this case. Okay. Ooh.
What command? What did he say?
He ordered us to execute the man. Then he left. I felt uneasy. This wasn't right.
What were your local group's responsibilities in the very last days of the war?
We were responsible for all concerns and for many households within Munich. Above all, we tried to eliminate insurgencies.
Oh wait, so is that why it's called the
Why did you
insurgent?
relocate the office?
Because of a big air raid, we wanted to be underground. We halted to be safe.
These new like comic things add to the.
Were there any other prisoners at that time?
Obviously, yes. We had to put the traitors somewhere. We adapted part of the storage rooms as cells.
Okay, so let's move.
We followed group leader Falkman to the cell. There was tension.
Ooh. Okay. I remember the buttons were something. Ooh.
I can still hear the sirens in my head. They seem to last forever. But it may just have been a minute full of despair. If you survived it. Was your local group in contact with other local groups?
Just in Bavaria, there were 28 local groups. We were in constant contact with them.
How did you ensure the energy supply?
The district struggled to produce enough energy. There were frequent power failures. For emergency, we had a generator. If worst came to worst, we used oil lamps.
Okay, so that's why there are the oil lamps here. Ooh, it's a generator. Hello? Listen. Continue, okay. Ooh.
Were summary executions common?
In those days, yes.
Anything else? No.
We've dealt.
I can, but it was
Just
supposed to be the same. How
there were frequent if worst came to
they must have had petrol to run the generator or to destroy evidence.
Ooh. Okay, ooh, this time, okay, the door open, the cell
we
door
all
open.
entered the cell.
Could you describe the cell?
Very basic.
Yeah, okay.
Mattress, window, chair.
Chair. Ooh.
What was Mr. Falkman doing?
Group leader Falkman seemed to hesitate. He shared my concerns about killing the old sod. He told us to wait.
Ooh, I like this, like, new
Yet
way of
Schickert
talking.
insisted. He referred to that new order about dealing with insurgents. He was such a stickler for the rules. He could be really annoying about these things.
What did he say?
He insisted that any delay would constitute treason.
And treason must be reported, he said. The refusal to obey orders would be of interest for the Gestapo. Faced with this open threat of being denounced, we did not dare to act.
Okay. Ooh, the bucket doesn't have anything.
Were the compartments prepared to host prisoners?
Kind of. We adjusted them so our prisoner could stay there for interrogations and not get out.
Okay, that's all. Okay, let's get into the corner.
The tension was strong. Group leader Faltman ordered us to wait once more, but Schickert drew his gun and shot him.
Ooh.
What weapons did the people present have? Standard issue equipment?
We could wish. Those were the last days. We had almost nothing left. Rifles, pistols, ammunition. We had to use whatever was somehow left.
Interesting.
Ooh, that's the bullet. Ooh.
For how long were the prisoners held in these cells?
Mostly around a week.
Okay, I think that's all. Ooh.
I think I'm still missing something.
Okay.
How did Mr. Schwarz's office look like?
Quite fancy given the circumstances. Leather chair, massive oak.
Ooh, oopsie.
What were Mr. Schwarz's responsibilities as a district leader?
He was responsible for organizing relief measures for the party during air raids, coordinating local groups, providing food and emergency quarters. He also found the brewery for us and organized the move.
Was Mr. Schwarz involved in the execution?
He gave the orders, but the members of the local group were responsible for carrying them out. Surely you can't expect a busy man like the district leader to attend every execution in person.
There was no execution order in the files I got. If it exists, I should check if I can get my hands on it. Did Mr. Schwarz even get to see the victim Hans Naumann?
Not entirely sure. He was in his office when we brought the perpetrator.
The victim?
The victim into a cell.
If Schwarz didn't see the victim, did he know they had the wrong man? What did he know?
Okay, I think that's all. I'm going to check something in the know because, like, oh, okay. Ooh, okay. Nice. We have extra information about the law. Okay.
So what you are saying is, Schickert shot the old man against Mr. Faltman's order?
Exactly.
That's horrible.
These are brutal events you're getting to hear here. Are you sure you're up for it? Honestly, no one would think this is a job for a woman. What do you have to prove? I will file a formal complaint.
What would you like to complain about?
About talking to you instead of a real prosecutor.
I see. Well, if you think that's necessary, go ahead. Thank you for your time, Mr. Kibitz.
Goodbye, Miss Katz.
Okay, yeah, I hate
if
this
you have
person.
a moment, I have something for you.
Ooh, okay.
So, I've done some digging beforehand.
Yes?
And found something potentially useful for you. The brewery's blueprint.
Ooh,
I
we're
put it in
getting
your
the
office on the cork board.
reconstruction
I thought it might help you
blueprint
to have
board
more of
thingy.
a
I think
physical
I'm not
understanding
sure.
of the crime scene.
What's this called again?
Where exactly is this cork board?
Oh, I hung it up right next to your desk, so you can easily find it.
I need some additional files.
Something specific?
According to the suspects, the shooting was ordered by the deceased Mr. Schwarz. But I saw no copy of such an order in the original case's files.
That's weird. I'll look into it right away.
Anything else?
I need information on the equipment used by the local group. Weapons, mainly. As bureaucratic as the NSDAP was, they must have kept some sort of record.
Of course. I'll start looking. Anything else?
Thank you, Paula, but what can I exactly do with it?
It should help you reconstruct and remember the different testimonies. On it, you can mark and note who said what, and more importantly, who did what over the course of the crime. I thought it might help you to have more of a physical understanding of the crime scene.
I think that will be it for now.
I hope it can help you with the preparations for Mr. Peters.
I'm sure it will. Thank you, Paula.
Okay, yeah.
Christopher's not in today. The cold from yesterday must have caught up with him.
Ooh, yeah, the cold. That's sad. Okay, so here. Yep, shoots. Okay, so yeah, let's play. Gives orders, yep. Boom. Okay, yep.
My theory is made. I have my files. I think I'm ready for the meeting with Peters.
Ooh, yeah, before it was
My
just
theory is made. I have my files. I think I'm ready for the meeting with Peters.
Before it used to be a meeting with Mr. Bauer, but now I think they're just moving it to be with even other people as well.
Honorable Miss Cutts, would you be ready then?
I think so. How are we going to do that?
I will act as defense and court, and you will do your part.
Ooh.
What do you mean exactly?
You are Esther Cutts, the famous prosecutor. No case too hard, no challenge too high. Remember?
Haha.
You present your prosecution, support your conclusions with evidence, and win the case.
Okay.
And I'm trying to stop you from doing just that. Should be a piece of cake. For one of us, at least.
Okay. So representing the court by President. Okay. Play.
His execution was ordered by Herbert Schwarz, the district leader for the city of Munich. As the highest-ranking person involved, he bears the main responsibility for Mr. Naumann's death. Mr. Schwarz is unfortunately deceased and as such cannot be tried. This does not, however, absolve his subordinates of their culpability.
Objection. According to the witness statement, it was Mr. Schickert who gave the order. Can you support your claims with meaningful evidence?
Certainly, Mr. Chairman. If you would take a look at this.
Wait. Yep.
This document clearly states that it was Mr. Schwarz who gave the order.
Yes.
Not bad cuts.
Yes,
but
okay.
Not great either. If that's all the prosecution can come up with, the case is as good as lost. Knowing the right answers is often not enough to win your case. You also need to form the right conclusions. Conclusions the court is willing to follow, because they are plausible, and because you can back them up with evidence. A valid conclusion is always based on several clues. The one clue we are very certain is true is that Schwarz gave the command. So your conclusion should be based on that. Open your case file and give it a go.
Okay. Connect your clues. Who ordered the execution? Select document, case files, transcript. Okay. Okay. Add 2 more clues. Transcripts. Okay, and let's see.
No, not like that.
Oh. Oh yeah, wait.
Just as I feared.
Wait, no.
This doesn't work. Your task was to link not. Then let's hope you do better.
I understand.
Enough practice. Better luck.
What now?
You should ask Paula to invite the next witness. There is still a lot we don't know.
Next stop, Paula. Peters?
Cuts?
Oh, wait, do I have...
This makes sense.
Yep, okay. There are no discrepancies on who ordered the execution. District Leader Herbert Schwarz gave the command to shoot Dr. Naumann. Okay, yeah. Now we can...
Miss Cutts, how can...
I need you.
Of course.
Look at
Please
courage.
invite. We'll reach out to me. Oh, and there was a letter for you.
Okay. A letter from who? Jewish pig, we know where you live. We know what you do. We're watching day and night. We see you. German people have been true enough because of vermin like you. Should have burned with the rest of your kind instead of disappearing, hiding in the gutters where you belong. You once again attacked us, so hear us. You will burn. We'll finish what we begun, starting with creature trash like you. Should. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh my.
This is Esther Katz. Hello?
Whatever Kiebitz told you, don't believe it. It's all a lie.
Ooh, who's this? This is the next person we're inviting.
Back then, everyone was an ardent Nazi. Now they all claim to have resisted, doubted, hesitated, to have said no. Trouble is, somebody must have said yes. But who tells the truth?
That's all. Oh. So, can I go into? Okay, so
This document clearly states.
Not, but knowing that you all's conclusion and a valid the one. So you're open your
conclusion for the. Okay, so we have old case. This one. Transcripts. We have the transcript here. Case file. Old case. It was over here.
It must have been like this.
Yes. Okay. So now let's see how
I
he
think
reacts.
I got it.
shoot.
We have several consistent statements that Schwartz gave the order to shoot. There are no discrepancies in the testimonies. It says so in the files, and Mr. Schwartz stated it himself in 1947. Therefore, I conclude the order to shoot Hans Naumann came from District Leader Herbert Schwartz.
Congratulations. Well done, Katz. If you argued just as coherently in court, this might go better than I expected. However, it was not particularly difficult, and it will probably not be that easy again. Still, well done.
Thank you, Peters.
Enough practice. Your case is waiting. Keep up the good work.
What now?
You should ask Paula to... There is...
Next
Okay.
stop, Peters.
Katz?
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
I need you.
Of course.
Here's
Please. Well, oh,
This is.
No, okay, so that's all for this video.
Everyone was an ardent Nazi. Now they
I'll have a
all
link
claim
in the
to have
description to the
resisted,
Discord server of
doubted,
the Darkest Files,
hesitated,
and
to have
a
said
link to the
no.
Kickstarter.
Trouble
Go
is,
check it out.
Somebody must have said
So
yes.
yeah,
But who tells the truth?
hope you enjoyed this video, and goodbye.